Alright, good morning folks. It is 7:35 a.m. Probably about the same time as I set off yesterday morning. Didn't wake up until about 6:20 this morning. Very nice night's sleep. It's the first time I've camped near anybody for weeks, and it wasn't a problem at all. The other couple made hardly any, no noise. I'm just having a chat with them this morning. They go in like pretty much everybody else to the guest ranch, Burney Mountain guest ranch. Everything seems to be functioning correctly this morning. A tiny little ache in the back, but nothing to stop me moving. I think I've got about 11 miles now to town, to the road. I cannot wait to wash my hands. It's the simplest little things that you really look forward to. So you can see the ridge line that I came across last night up here. That's what I was walking along, and it looks as though it is just basically a big long ridge of volcanic rock. It'd be interesting to find out a bit more about the geology of the area, to be honest. Getting close, kind of, to Oregon. I think it's only maybe a few hundred more miles. I know that sounds quite a lot, but I've just done 100 miles in 3 days. So there's every possibility within the next week or so that I'm going to be getting into Oregon if things continue in the same vein. Apparently there should be a water cache coming up in about 3 miles, which is quite good because my scenic is now leaking in 2 places. It's leaking in the place where I supposedly repaired it, and it's leaking somewhere else. So I picked it up this morning to filter the remaining water out of it, and there was a big pool of water where it had been laid. So that's a bit of a shame. Definitely needs replacing at the earliest opportunity. So a big thank you to Heather on Buy Me a Coffee. Thank you very much, Heather. It's greatly appreciated. And it's nice to know that you're enjoying watching the journey. And also to Roger on Buy Me a Coffee as well. Seen you've been watching most of the videos and commenting along the way. Thank you very much for the support, Roger. It's greatly appreciated. And hopefully in the not too distant future you'll be able to join me in a new state, and we'll have a look and see what Oregon's like. Well, I've done 3 or 4 miles so far this morning, passed the water cache and decided not to take any. I wasn't desperate. I can make it the next sort of 4 miles to a creek, so I'll leave that for other people that need it more than I do. There's just been the section I've just come through the last 3 or 4 miles has all been kind of like scrubland and black volcanic rock. Quite difficult to walk on, actually. Remind me of Oregon. Not much of a view either. Kind of quite enclosed, but you can't have views all the time. And it looks as though the wind turbines are back. Not seen any of them since the desert. There's a row of them along the ridge line in the distance there. They don't seem to be spinning a great deal at the moment. I can feel the back of my legs are really, really sunburnt. I should maybe pick some sunscreen up in town when I'm shopping. Probably be a good idea. I've been using some SPF 70 on my face, but I've neglected my legs, so I should remedy that situation. It's a little after 9:30 and I'm probably about 4 miles away from the road now, so not far to go at all. I'm just passing by this huge hydroelectric plant. Hat Creek Powerhouse. It's quite impressive, isn't it? Even given us a nice new concrete footpath to walk along. Those kind of arched, domed windows always remind me of that Art Deco, like the 1920s. I don't know if that's when the building was built, but that's what it reminds me of. I think there's maybe like a fish farm or a fish hatchery as well, just over the way. When I came through the forest, I could hear a load of geese babbling away in the distance. Ah, this is quite. Oh, there you go. Speaking of geese, there's a few chilling out over there, just on the side of the riverbank. I was going to say it's quite peaceful and tranquil. I mean, it's not really with the powerhouse behind me, but it's not a bad setting really. Nice and cool, I know that much. Even got a turkey vulture circling above somewhere, just gone out of shot. This is a little part of the fish farm. You can see the tanks all in straight rows here. And I want the guy's job that I've just seen. He's basically got a pickup with a spreader in the back of it and a hopper. And he's literally just driving up and down these rows. And the spreader is just shooting the food out into the tanks. I've just seen him doing it on a really big section over the road. And he's just come over here and done these 2 rows. But that's a pretty sweet job. I'll take that one any day of the week. It's nice to hear the water actually, even though it is, it's kind of not a naturally flowing river, but it's really, really nice because this section has been so dry. Been just like the desert again with the long water carries. Oh. I guess we're going down here. Oh, this is nice. Is this, I've seen some signs for a place called Baum Lake. I wonder if this is it. Quite a few fishermen out there. What a lovely place. I think it said there were some restrooms at Baum Lake, which I definitely... Oh wow, what are they? There's some really big birds over there. I'm not sure if they're heron or if there's something else. Oh, they're pelicans. I'm going to zoom in as much as I can for you and see if we can figure out what they are. And that's as far as the video camera will zoom in. I'll see if I can do something with the mobile phone and get a photo. But they look, from here, they look way too big to be herons. Could be wrong. Anyway, find out in a second, hopefully. Well, this is a nature lover's paradise, this little bit of trail following the waterline. It's absolutely gorgeous. I've been hearing loads and loads of different calls of birds that I've never heard before. All sorts of things flying around in the trees and squirrels jumping from tree to tree in the canopy above you. The birds were pelicans. I managed to zoom in with the phone and get a very blurry photograph. God, it's so nice. There's a lady on a stand-up paddleboard. She's just been sort of paralleling me on the water on the right there. Seems very, very tranquil. So nice, I wasn't expecting this at all. Well, this is where most hikers will be headed for today. Not these power lines, but this junction where I'm stood. Up that direction there is Burney Mountain Guest Ranch, and I think everybody I've spoken to is headed up there. You can even see the big, there's a big bird's nest on top of one of the pylons. Looks like a huge nest as well. But yeah, that's beside the point. Yeah, the guest ranch is up there, and then I'm going to be taking this trail because I'm different, I'm special. I'm going to be taking this trail into Burney town itself, or more accurately to Highway 299, where I'm going to hitch into town. I think it's still probably going to be too early for me to get checked into my hotel, so I might go somewhere and have a bit of food before I do anything. Got to try and plan out my next couple of resupplies. I'm not too sure what to do for the next section, so that's probably a good idea. Sit down in a hopefully an air-conditioned cafe, glass of orange juice, maybe a cup of coffee, and some brunch, and figure out my next move. Alright, so I made it to Burney. First car that I stuck my thumb out for picked me up. It's a pretty easy hitch from what I can tell in and out of town. Got dropped off at the Mexican restaurant and went for breakfast there. It was about 11:30, something like that. They were still serving breakfast. I had the biggest breakfast burrito I've ever seen. It was probably so big that it had its own zip code. And then stupidly I ordered a pancake as well, and obviously that was huge. And I only got halfway through the pancake, but all the burrito did get eaten. Couldn't check in extremely early to the hotel. They've let me in a little bit early, which was nice of them. I've been to the Dollar General, and I've been to grocery outlet, to get a bit of fruit, and I got some some Epsom salts. Let's just have a quick look, shall we, at the state of the legs and the feet after this 4.5 day section. So here we go. Left leg, dirt tan's looking pretty good. Actual tan also looking pretty good, I think. Very white foot there, apart from the toes, which are disgustingly black. Yeah, and it's pretty much the same on the other leg as well. Except there's maybe a little bit more blood on that one. I think that one's fared worse than the left one. I won't show you the state of my top because it's just about to go to the laundry. Suffice to say that it's extremely dirty. Anyway, folks, hello. That is me done for at least today and part of tomorrow. I've been trying to find a pair of small scissors in one of the stores so I can trim this mess, but no one seems to sell any. Never mind. Maybe Safeway, I'll have some. I'll have a walk on there. But yes, I'm going to go and stick some laundry on, and then I'm going to get in the shower, and then I'm going to get in the bath. See you when I head back out on trail, guys. Bye.